The Union government has proposed the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan Bill 2025 aimed at overhauling India's higher education regulatory system by replacing the UGC, AICTE and NCTE with a new umbrella commission. This bill was listed in the winter session of Parliament. Reform of India's higher education regulatory framework. India's higher education sector has long operated with multiple regulatory bodies, often resulting in overlapping mandates, fragmented standards, and inconsistent approval mechanisms. To address these structural challenges and align with the National Education Policy 2020 vision, the government has introduced the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan VBSA Bill 2025. The bill aims to improve academic quality, streamline regulation, and modernize governance in universities and higher educational institutions across India. It marks one of the most significant policy interventions in the higher education domain in recent years. Core objective of the VBSA bill. The bill states that its primary purpose is to enable and empower universities to achieve excellence in teaching, learning, research, and innovation. This is to be achieved through better coordination between regulatory bodies, clear determination to academic and institutional standards, a unified governance mechanism for higher education. The statement of objects and reason emphasizes the National Education Policy 2020 principle of a light but tight regulatory structure, ensuring reduced bureaucratic complexity while maintaining strong accountability. The structure of the VBSA Commission. At the center of the proposed reform in the Viksit Bharat Shiksha Adhishtan VBSA, a 12-member umbrella commission that functions as the apex authority. It will oversee three specialized councils: Viksit Bharat Viniyaman Parishad, responsible for maintaining regulatory standards, coordinates governance norms in universities and colleges; Viksit Bharat Gunvat Parishad, Accreditation Council, supervises accreditation processes, builds an independent ecosystem for institutional and program accreditation; Viksit Bharat Manak Parishad, Standard Council, establishes academic standards, ensures harmonization of policies and quality benchmarks. Each council can have up to 14 members. The VBSA will include members from the Education Ministry, state higher education institution, and eminent experts. Institution covered under the bill. The proposed law applies to all center and state universities, colleges, and higher educational institutions, institution of national importance, institution of eminence, technical and teacher education institutions. However, professional programs such as medicine, dentistry, nursing, law, pharmacology, and veterinary sciences are exempted and will continue under their respective regulators. The Council of Architecture will remain the professional standard setting body for architecture but will not have regulatory powers. Key changes proposed under the bill: replacing existing bodies. The VBSA bill seeks to subsume the UGC, AICTE, and NCTE, integrating their regulatory, accreditation, and standardization function under one framework. Separation of funding from regulation. A major shift is the removal of grant dispersal powers from the UGC. Funding functions will now be performed through mechanism devised by the Ministry of Education. This separation aligns with National Education Policy 2020's recommendation to de-link academic regulation from financial control, enabling foreign universities and global outreach. The Regulatory Council will set standards for foreign universities to operate in India, facilitate high-performing Indian universities to set up offshore campuses, prevent the commercialization of higher education, strengthening accreditation. The Accreditation Council must develop an outcome-based framework encouraging institutions to improve learning outputs rather than merely compliance inputs. Criticism and concerns. Earlier attempts to reform the higher education framework, such as the 2018 Higher Education Commission of India bill, faced strong criticism for placing excessive central control and weakening the role of state. Similar concerns have resurfaced. Key criticism include the possibilities of the center having disproportionate influence in appointments, removal of grant dispersal powers from an autonomous body, risk of over-centralization in standard setting functions. However, unlike the HECI bill, the VBSA bill includes state representation in all three councils, partly addressing federal concerns, graded penalties and enforcement mechanism. The VBSA will have significant punitive powers, including fines beginning at ₹10 lakh and going up to ₹75 lakh, possible closure of institution for repeated non-compliance, power to suspend an institution, authority to grant degrees or diplomas. Institution operating without accreditation may face fine of ₹2 crore or more. The provision aims to improve accountability and discourage substandard educational practices. Implication for India's higher education system. If implemented, the VBSA bill could streamline regulatory processes, ensure uniform academic standards nationwide, enhance India's global competitiveness in higher education, promote transparency in accreditation and governance.